Thank you very much for the introduction and welcome everybody. My name's Stu Garrow, Senior Vice President, Talend Asia Pacific. I want to spend some time today to talk about unlocking the promise of Customer 360. 360 view of a customer, of a student, of a ratepayer, a taxpayer. 360 degree is so important, and we're going to talk about why and why this isn't necessarily a problem all of you have solved today. So let's jump forward from here. Customer 360 is a critical component of every digital transformation, every modernization. It is compelling, connected. It's about providing frictionless experiences, typically both internally and externally within an organization. The reason people do it, the first is often driven by marketing. Marketing, a higher efficacy that says, every dollar I spend on marketing, if I better understand my customer through a 360 view, by having all of the data about that customer, I can provide better marketing and a better experience that is going to help, drive much better efficiency and better return on the investments I make. The second one is sales velocity. If I understand my customer better, I'm able to sell more often and I'm able to sell faster, that I'm able to give and delight customers, giving them what they want. But what we do know is customers will leave a vendor after a single bad experience from support. So when they come back to us and they look for support, we need to understand who they are, what all their history, all the other things that they've done and how they've interacted with us. And that 360 view allows us to give them an amazing customer support experience. And finally, it's about where do I spend my next dollar of innovation? If I understand my customer base as a whole, I can start and focus on the needs and requirements of my customers that mean my innovation and product spend will be much smarter, much better spent understanding the customer. So 360, this is really why it is critical to every digital transformation, every modernization. We also know that this is a massively high growth area, and it's sad to say that COVID-19 has driven this even faster. From 2020, it has taken off. And the amount of growth in this area driven by all of the things you would expect: digitization, the move to the cloud, the need for machine learning and artificial intelligence to truly optimize the business that you're running, an omni-channel experience that says it doesn't matter how my customer engages with me through multiple platforms, they expect a single seamless experience. And finally, customer analytics, so we know we're doing the right thing and spending our money in the right way to optimize. So we know that this investment is going to continue to grow and grow in a big way. But Customer 360 is not new. This is something that's been around for many years. Why are we still struggling with this? Why do we have a situation where 93% of consumers still get the simple things like an email that isn't relevant to them because they're not being understood? Why do customer support leaders think that 58% of the time they're not delivering what customers actually expect, and 2/3 of our customers are simply not happy with the experience they're getting? Why is this? Well, because it's hard. If we take a single industry for a moment and think about retail, this is a problem that typically people think about. A lot of it is driven by marketing. I need to market in order to get more customers in. I need to spend my money wisely, and I need to bring together data out of the CRM, the social media, so I understand who the customer is and their sentiments and what they're thinking today. The customer support, if they come back to us, the ERP for the financials, and I need to bring all this together. But the situation in reality is I have unlinked and outdated data. Now, some of this is caused by things like SaaS applications. I know if you talk to our marketing organization, every week they talk about, hey, we found this new SaaS application that's going to help us do better marketing. And we just need to copy some data in there and start some new campaigns, and they charge off really quickly. But it causes other challenges. Now I have another silo of data and another silo. The other one is I don't have accurate mapping. In real time, I'm not understanding what is it that my customer is doing? How are they interacting with others? What are they saying in social media? The simple things like we don't even understand that 2 different email addresses are in fact the same customer. And we lack the relevant ability to do the right marketing and the right support to make them happy. And this is really what we would call data chaos. And this chaos concept is People often try and solve data challenges in a pocket. They'll try and take one part of the organization and say, I'm going to solve data for this part of the organization. And they don't think about the impact on the rest. For example, and I go back to the marketing group, when they did get that new SaaS application, they said, oh, we can run better campaigns and run faster, and marketing will be so much better if we have this. So they get this SaaS application, they copy some data in, and they start generating new data based upon running these campaigns. Now I have another silo, but the software developers don't know where that data is to be able to use it in the applications they're trying to build. The quality team don't know what quality that data is, and they're not tracking and manage it. The compliance team doesn't know who has access to that data, where it is, what it is. Nobody actually understands, the definition of it. The compliance team that's trying to meet a GDPR requirements or some local equivalent isn't able to do so. And so what happens is one piece of the business creates data chaos for everybody else through their agility, quality, compliance, all of it. And this is the big challenge that sits. Data is hard. We believe there's a better way, and we think it's time to stop the data chaos and do something differently. Here at Talend, we refer to this as data health. And data health is describing how a company's data supports its business objectives, the business outcomes. It's not about building perfect data, spending all your time and money, gathering all your data, putting it in a data warehouse, optimizing it, cleaning it, data quality, AI, machine learning. If it doesn't deliver an outcome, it's a complete waste of time because it delivers no value. All of the value is delivered in the consumption of that data to deliver business outcomes. And that's what data health is about. Does all of the data I have support the business outcomes and objectives that I'm trying to achieve? If we look at the business impact of data health and we think about the journey and how we get to data health, it often starts with the lower level piece, often referred to as data quality. Now, data quality is a much more mechanical thing. Is the data accurate? I have automated tools and quality rules that can fire, on our data to make sure that the quality is good as it can be, that the data is actually complete, that I don't have a whole bunch of blanks. If I have blanks in a field, I can automatically go to another field, a system, a process, and gather that data to try and create data that is timely, accurate, complete. Moving on from that, and over the last couple of years, Talend has really talked about data trust. And data trust takes this to the next level. To try and understand, it's one thing to have quality data, but it's another to trust that data. And we know that today, way too many decision makers don't use their data. They'll still go on gut feel when making business decisions. And trust comes from a number of pieces. How many people use the data? If 100 other parts of the organization use it, I am more likely to trust it. If people have socially ranked the data and said that data is a solid 4.5 out of 5, okay, at least I know where it is. I'm able to use all of these sorts of things. So there's a number of pieces to data trust and being able to quantify and have scores for that. The data health, if we think about data, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes an entire organization to raise data health. And this is all about, if I can get everyone to work together in a common way as a community and think about data with collective ownership, that we can make it better to deliver the outcomes that the business needs and not focus on things that are not important. This comes from a number of pillars in how we operate against this. The first of this is a set of preventative measures. How do I preemptively identify and resolve data challenges automatically and where needed, including a human, to actually do on the preventative side? The second one is effective treatments. How do I systematically improve that data and its reliability over time? And the third one is much more about that village, the entire organization, the supportive culture, where I'm setting up a set of processes and organizational disciplines, making sure that people aren't hiding data, that they're sharing it with other people, and they're treating it openly where they need to. So if I unpack each of this, the first one we said is building trust into everything we do. Trust is not just quality, it is discoverability. Can I find the data? How complete is it? The social curation and what others say about it, how many people use it, how valid is the data? All of this goes together in a set of technology that allows us to get trust scores against all of our data endpoints. Now, by doing that, I understand, do I trust this data and should I be using it? Making data quality a team sport, as we need to bring together business and IT. And you'll hear me talk about the duality of ownership. Data is owned by the business. The need for governance and quality belongs to the business. But the people that actually capture and store and deliver the data is all IT. So we have a duality of ownership of data, and we need to make it as a team sport so we can bring both of these together. We need to ensure that every decision is a data-driven decision because people trust it, and the trust scores are a way of helping people trust that as they go through the process. Globe is a great example. For those that don't know Globe, a Philippines telecom, very successful. And they have a massive customer base, probably 70 million customers, and 98% of them are prepaid. And when they're prepaid, they have no loyalty whatsoever. They will move to another telco if they think they can get a better deal. Through a set of preventative measures of really focusing on their data quality, they were able to have 400% increase in the number of emails they could hit for their marketing. On top of that, an 80% click-through rate, a 13% conversion rate, and a 30% reduction in the cost per lead. So you see how these numbers all compound on top of one another to deliver amazing business outcomes. The second part of it is ensuring that high quality customer 360 data is done at scale with effective treatments. So making sure that data is consistent. So into our platform, for example, we have a set of magic fields that are able to take millions of rows and format them consistently and say, I want all of these addresses to look like this. I want all of these postcodes must be in this range. They're both automatically and manually the things you can define as well as the ones that come out of the box. We're able to actually make data consistent so that at least then we can measure and track it. Ensuring we have data quality, making sure that we're using tools to consistently, no matter where data comes from, whether it's coming from a legacy app, a SaaS application, through social media streaming, all of these things go through the same quality requirements. The next one is operationalize my data transformation, giving business experts the way to do what they need to do with data, to cleanse the data, to improve its quality, whilst giving IT oversight and managing that duality of ownership. And a good example of this is Air France KLM. They wanted to deliver a unique experience for every traveler, and with tens of millions of unique, compliant customer experiences they're trying to deliver, you have to remember in the middle of Europe, they're highly governed by GDPR as a requirement. Everything they do has to satisfy that GDPR. They're able to do it 10 times faster with 1 million new pieces of customer data coming in every single month. They're able to do that with Talend. And finally, creating a culture that actually has a culture that drives healthy customer 360 data. And that's about ensuring the protection of the customer data, making sure that we don't violate our usage of that data, any compliance we have around that. Sharing data internally and externally. Every organization often starts with, hey, I want to do self-service data access, until they realize what that means. You can't have everybody having access to all data all the time. That would be complete chaos and you would never satisfy any compliance requirements. The right people need the right access to the right data in a controlled, governed, managed way to maximize the sharing whilst doing it in the right way, both internally and externally. Promote data literacy and collaboration. I want everybody to collectively own the data. I don't want people stealing off a set of data, a copy of the data on their own and not using the data that everybody else is. I need everybody focused in the same place and rely on an ecosystem of data health support with different people supporting that. SSQ, a great example in Canada, one of the largest financial institutions, by taking this supportive culture approach of focus on data health, a 30% improvement in their development team productivity, the ability to deliver projects in 3 weeks instead of 12 months, and a 3-fold increase in their conversion rates. Imagine what a 3-fold increase would do to your business if you could achieve the same. So Talend does this through the Talend Data Fabric, which is the platform that we use to deliver data health. It brings together data integration from on-prem, from cloud, from streaming, from batch, legacy. We bring all that data together, consistent data integrity and governance, quality, stewardship, and then using data sharing and self-service, whether it be through a data prep or whether it's through APIs to programmatically share data across the organization in a continuous process. We bring together all of your 360 applications, the sources of data you have today and the ones that you'll add tomorrow that you haven't even thought about. We ingest that data to deliver all of your customer 360 use cases, whether it be, where do I spend my next dollar on innovation because I know what customers want? How do I improve my marketing campaign? How do I deliver great customer service? We do it for all users across the business, not one segment. And we wrap this in a set of best practices and services from Talend and its partners to help you be successful. So here you see our customer success that brings together the core of a team that's there to help your organization be successful. Our partners, our customer support organization, Talent Academy, which is all of our online learning platform that allows just-in-time and real-time training, as well as our Talend strategic and technical consultants that are there to make you successful. We have a strong partner ecosystem. All of the major SIs would have a Talend division and Talend certified engineers that are there to help you do your implementations. So, talk to your partners, talk to us and our partner managers, and we can certainly link you up with the right people. We work with a who's who of technology partners, the major cloud providers, AWS, Google, Microsoft, Snowflake, Databricks, these organizations that are often the pillar of your technology. They are our technology partners, and we are that Switzerland that connects all of them together to deliver data health and deliver what you need. So at the end of the day, Customer 360 investments are about delivering higher marketing efficacy. As I spend another dollar on marketing, do I get a better return than I did last time because I better understand my customers? Am I able to sell better, get faster sales, more sales, and move on to the next one because I truly understand what people want and where they want to be sold and how they want to be sold? Can I keep the customer? Because it's really expensive to get new customers compared to looking after the existing one. Can I provide an amazing support experience so that they will stay with me forever? And can I spend my next IT budget, my next innovation dollar wisely because I understand what the customer base wants? So here at Talend, we believe we have a set of comprehensive capabilities across our data fabric that actually allow you to do this. That is a unified end-to-end solution. You don't have to have a different solution on-prem to in the cloud to hybrid, whether you're working with SAP or Microsoft or AWS, you don't, and if you wish to use and move between technologies, you don't have to be concerned. A single platform that allows you end-to-end to deliver those use cases and doing it in an outcome-focused way, making sure that you deliver your business outcomes to your customers because you have data health, and we've been able to focus on that as an organization. And we believe this is critical to your success. So a few updates on Talend, some of the things that we're doing, what's going on at the moment. We are recognized a few days ago in the Magic Quadrant for data integration. Once again, you'll see us up in the right corner, for integration. So you know that Talend is going to be able to connect to all of your data sources and bring that data in. We've sat in this quadrant for a long time, and thank you to our friends at Gartner for the latest copy of that report. We also, very exciting, have a data center now in ANZ. Now, I want you to know that when you run Talend Cloud, you can still run all your data processing on-prem. And we have many customers, both government and private industry and banks, that do all their data processing in their own data center using Talend remote engines, but the management plane for that sits in our cloud. And we now have that management plane available for you locally. So whether you want to run in the cloud or whether you want to run your processes on-prem, won't make any difference. But what it will give is a better experience now having that local capability that's going to make your data sovereignty requirements much easier to justify, better local performance because it's closer to home, improved security, reduce compliance and operational risk because it is all local, and it supports a whole bunch of our Talon services today. So as I bring it to a close, I hope you really take away the importance of data health in delivering customer outcomes for you. Customer 360 is complex, and where people have taken a siloed approach to trying to fix this, they've often failed. We believe if you take a platform and a village and a health approach to this instead of a tool approach to it, you're much better positioned to be able to deliver the right outcomes. So I hope here at Talon you understand a little bit more about what we do, where we do it, and if we can be a part of your journey to data health, we would be most willing to be a part. Thank you very much.